What's going on, guys? I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your boy Organic Way, aka Preston. For those who know me, you know, I go by Peasy. Um, Organic Way was just something that I created when I was doing my waiver journey, doing the waves. Still got the waves a little bit, but just not as consistent. But besides that, it's not what I came on here for. This is my first YouTube video. Um, that I'm actually talking on the screen and actually trying to, you know, convey a message. So the message for that I want to convey today is talking about your decisions, your habits, as well as, time management and how key that is for growth, in the future. A lot of those things, your habits, your decision making, and your time management creates a picture, creates your future for tomorrow. So in doing those things, I never really realized that a lot of the decisions that I was making in my past created this current picture of what I'm experiencing today. And not to say that my experience of what today is a tough picture, but I know I could have been further along if I made the hard rights instead of the easy wrongs. If y'all understand what I'm talking about. So as I just think about today, thinking about where my life is, which is it's pretty great. But even the current situations or the current decisions that I'm making, I know that it's not going to take me to where I want to be in life. So what I'm trying to convey is to the younger generation, especially the people who are growing up in your 20s, just graduating high school, like make those hard rights, you know, put the time in for yourself versus putting the time in for your friends or your family. I know it sounds harsh, but it's just true. It's just true. You make a lot of decisions because you say, "Oh, these people have sacrificed, their time and commitment for me," but that decision was something that they had to make. You know, growing up, I was like, man, let me do this for my family. Let me do this for my friends because they've been there for me this whole time. But when it's time for you would expect when it's time for yourself to make a hard decision and you need support, a lot of times those people who you were there for aren't there for you. And it's not because they choose to be like, I don't want to help this person and things of that nature, but their life continued to go on. So they continue to have issues, continue to have problems or goals that they're trying to meet. So with you actually sacrificing your time and your commitments to help them, you have slowed up the progression for your life. You've really, that decision that you could have made for yourself is no longer there because you made it for someone else. Now, for someone like me, I'm in my early 30s, experiencing a good life. I'm not going to dwell on the decision that I made, but I want to let people know that are trying have the urge to be someone, to be something or to do things or to have financial freedom or yeah, financial freedom and just be able to live life in your own accord. When you become ready for the time to have kids or have a family, you just are ready. You're never ready to have a family, to have kids, or to do those type of things. But if you put yourself in a good financial position, a good, stable position to where you can take time off of work, you can always find work, you can always pick up a job here and there because of your resume, because of the credentials that you may have, the decisions you made to go to school, to get these certificates and things of that nature. It makes you desirable amongst the people who are hiring or who have a need for your skill set. So, like I said, if I can talk to my younger self and go back in the future, I would tell myself to learn as much as you can about technology. That's one thing that I want to get in, but of course, it's time. It takes a lot of time to understand those things and to grow with that field. So I would have told myself, learn these certificates or learn these issues, learn computers in and out, learn how to build a computer, do things of that nature, so that at this time I can be desirable within that field. Um, just take time for myself to understand that this will be needed in the future, versus going out, or working a job to, you know, buy things for my friends and family, um, hoping that they will actually see me in a certain type of perspective, or just really yearning for love. Love is everywhere. You don't necessarily need to yearn for love from, your friends and family, because you'll eventually find more friends. You'll eventually, create your own family. People gonna love you for you. If they don't love you for you, then you don't need them around, point blank. So that's basically, you know, what I want to speak about in a nutshell, or talk about to the people, because I see that I am in a position to where I want to help a lot of people, but I'm not in the position where I can help a lot of people. So, with me saying, focus on yourself, do these things to be able to see the future, to understand the future, so you're able to do things in the future for yourself, but also you're able to do things for other people, like your friends or your family, um, in that type of, um, I don't know, I lost my words, but basically, if you don't prepare yourself for the future, then you're not going to be able to ever help anybody in the future. So, or even in the present time, like right now, I would like to, you know, help my friends, take certs or things of that nature, or, broaden their knowledge that they already have, but put it into a educational standpoint, so they can take it to the corporate world and make as much money as possible. But I'm not able to do that because I didn't make the hard rights. So didn't use my time management well back in the day. Um, my decision making was bad. My habits were bad as well. So I'm not a at the position I am now. I'm not able to help those around me. Only thing I could do is focus solely on the family that I've created, which is my two kids and my wife. Um, which is great, which is the main thing that you want to do, is provide for your family. But if you want to be able to make an impact on your friends, family, or those people you don't even know, you need to prepare yourself in the best way possible. There's levels. There's definitely levels to life. And I would say, I am not even at the mid level of life. I could be at mid, because there's lower. There's a lot of different classes and sense that you can grade your life off of. But with me, I say that um, once you experience certain things, you want to always stay at that level. So I've experienced, a high level, a high class level, or maybe like a mid high, and I'm like, man, I know I can get to the high level class, part of the 1%, or whatever the case may be, be a millionaire, become a millionaire, eventually. But I want to sustain that for my family. I want to be able to say that, once I'm gone, my daughter, she enters a lifestyle that she's never going to get out of. So you have to think about setting up, or putting those values into your family, into your kids, into your nieces and nephews, into your brothers, into your sisters, so that they can put that into their families. And basically, this is what your family is about versus like, oh, once you get 18 or get 16, you can work. So you go straight into that 9 to 5, that rat race. And now we give you responsibilities. Now you have to have this job to take care of these responsibilities. And now it's where's the growth? It's just like, oh, let me get a higher paying job. Let me continue to put my time into the job. No, you're never gonna get ahead doing that. So for me, I say, hey, let's show you skills, give you skills that can create financial freedom for you, that you don't never have to punch a clock again. You can do stuff here and there, and broaden your your environment so that now you're in an environment that almost makes you grow, almost makes you become smarter. So now you've done learned skills being in a different environment that people aren't never going to get because their parents or family members are just thinking in a certain way, in a different way. So it's a lot to think about, but the main thing is that if you're watching this and you're under the age of 25, start to make decisions for yourself. Understand that your time management and your habits is going to create a picture, create a future for you. And if you don't focus on yourself and the decisions you're making and the skills and knowledge that you're building, then you will become the rat in the race. You'll become a crab in the bucket. You might not pull other people down, but you doing for others is essentially someone pulling you down in a bucket because you're not preparing yourself for more. All you doing is really keeping yourself in that level of life. And you have to create time management, create better habits, do all kind of things for yourself that's going to make you able to do many things. Is versus is it's basically a comparison between having $10,000 and having 100,000. So think about that. At the age of 25 to 27, you can get $100,000 just by changing your habits, your time management, and becoming more disciplined. Doing that will put you on another level of most 28-year-olds. So just want to put that out there. It's just something that's been on my mind because I just feel like if I did all those things in my future, I would be able to, help my brothers and sisters out that's around me as well as their kids because I'm changing the mindsets of their parents, things like that. So it's up to the future generation to say, hey, let me make this decision. Let me change. Let me try to change my my family or my future by making these decisions for myself. It's hard to do that because you're gonna find yourself isolated most of the time. You're gonna find yourself studying and not really seeing a result of all of your studying. But when the time comes, you're gonna see the reward. You're gonna feel the reward, and you're gonna look up, and you're gonna be looking out of a 25-story building overlooking the downtown city, maybe even the beach, and thanking yourself that you made these sacrifices. So just something to get off my chest, my little event for the day. But just want to let y'all know, I appreciate everybody for coming in and watching this video. This is my first video. I'm trying to do a video every day for the next 3 days so that I can start doing this YouTube thing, getting in the algorithm, and understanding what works and what doesn't work. So I'm sitting in my garage right now. I have a little gym in here. I may put out some type of workout. Hopefully, it's cool. We're gonna have maybe the same type of format, me talking, or maybe just me working out and voiceover, things like that. So I'm learning. So I appreciate you guys. I'm about to head on off. Follow me at Organic Way right here on YouTube, Instagram at forever pz.22, I believe. Um, Maybe soon to change to organic wave. Who knows? But if you was out there listening, please take hold of your life and your decision making. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.